Environmental explanations followed in steady succession, each offering the promise of resolution before collapsing under its own inconsistencies. Avalanches were the first and most convenient answer, invoked to explain panic, injuries, and sudden evacuation. Yet the physical evidence resisted this narrative. There was no mass of displaced snow, no damage to the surrounding terrain, and no burial of the tent consistent with such an event. The footprints leading away from the campsite remained sharply defined, something an avalanche would have erased instantly. Other theories focused on sudden wind phenomena, extreme katabatic gusts capable of producing disorientation, or rapid pressure changes that might induce physical distress. Each factor, examined alone, seemed plausible. Taken together, they still failed to explain why 9 trained hikers would unanimously abandon shelter without gear, moving in formation rather than chaos, as if responding to a shared internal signal rather than an external attack. As physical causes faltered, attention shifted toward something far less tangible and far more unsettling, the possibility that the threat was perceived rather than present. Infrasound, produced when strong winds interact with certain mountain formations, has been shown to trigger intense anxiety, nausea, and a sense of impending doom without a recognizable source. Victims often report an unshakable certainty that something is wrong, even when reason offers no evidence. If such conditions formed that night, the hikers may have experienced a collective psychological assault, one that bypassed logic and spoke directly to instinct. In that state, remaining inside the tent may have felt unbearable, even lethal, while exposure to the cold seemed like a temporary risk by comparison. The danger they reacted to would not have been visible, audible, or measurable in any conventional way, making their decisions incomprehensible to those who arrived later. It is here that the Dyatlov Pass case shifts from a story about a hostile environment to one about the fragility of human cognition under sustained pressure. These hikers were not inexperienced, nor were they prone to hysteria. They were individuals pushed by isolation, fatigue, and cold into a narrow psychological corridor where perception outweighs reason. The mind, under such conditions, does not collapse in chaos. It recalibrates its priorities incorrectly. Fear becomes decisive. Doubt vanishes. Every second feels urgent. Every choice feels final. If you find yourself drawn to these moments where rational people are overtaken by forces they cannot name, subscribing to the channel and leaving a like helps keep these cases explored with depth rather than reduced to convenient explanations. What unfolded on that mountainside was not random madness, but a terrifyingly coherent response to a threat that existed only within the mind, and yet was powerful enough to lead 9 people, together, into the cold with no expectation of return.